There's something that has been sitting on my chest for a while now. Maybe you've noticed it too, but I'm going to tread lightly, real lightly. I have a feeling I'm going to offend some people, so I'll try to tread as lightly as I can. You look around at Indian communities in the UK, in Canada, in the US, and you see how they move, how they operate. They cycle their money, they build neighborhoods, they take over entire strips of businesses. They fund each other's dreams. They send money home, they own land, they build temples, they have tech startups, clinics. They move like a tribe, like a system. And every time I see it, I think about this. India was colonized too. The British ruled over India for nearly 200 years. So why is it that the British couldn't colonize the Indian mind? But they did with us. What did they try and fail to break in India that they shattered in us Africans? Have any of you ever thought about that? Colonialism didn't just steal land, it stole identity too. In Africa, they didn't just disrupt our way of life, they replaced it. They erased our languages, they outlawed our gods, they shamed our customs, and then told us that salvation could only come through them. In India, it was different. Disruption, yes. Exploitation, absolutely. But the core pillars of identity, language, religion, family structures, the Indians fought really hard to hold on to them. Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, Tamil, Urdu, they preserved what we were told to forget. That fight for culture survival made all the difference for them. So, you know what I think the X factor for us was as Africans? Religion. Now hold up for a second. Let me explain before all of you bring out your axes in my comments. Let's talk about faith. See, I don't think it's just culture that was broken for us. I think religion, the way it was given to us, was the final blow. Christianity was weaponized in Africa, not to uplift us, but to pacify us. The way they taught us, you already know the sermons. You've heard them countless times on Sunday. Turn the other cheek. Obey those in authority. Your reward is not on earth, it's in heaven. Suffer well. They didn't just preach that to us, they beat it into us. Meanwhile, in India, those same colonial sermons didn't land the same way. Why? Because their faith was already deep. Hinduism and Islam were rooted. So the British couldn't plant their own gospel in the soil. The Indians negotiated with the British. We Africans, on the other hand, submitted. Now, I want you to look at what happens when the mind and spirit stay intact. The Indian diaspora understands economic and religious unity. They fund their temples, they buy from each other, they lend to each other, they marry inside the circle, they grow wealth as a community at the place of worship. Meanwhile, we were taught that wealth is a distraction, that ambition is pride, that helping your own is unspiritual. So we tie to strangers but don't invest in our own cousins. We scream community but practice individualism. We consume together but we rarely build together. I'm not here to bash religion. I'm religious myself. I'm not saying throw away your Bible, your Quran, your beads, or your faith. No, I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying decolonize your religion. Stop using faith as an excuse to do nothing. Stop quoting scriptures when it's time to build something. Go back and find the faith that taught you to resist. Go back and find the faith that taught you how to protect. Go back and find the faith that taught you how to rise. Because here's the truth. God doesn't want you colonized either. So before I go, they couldn't break India's mind, but they broke ours. And until we fix what's broken in the way we see ourselves, until we believe that building power as black people is holy work, no aid, no president, no prayer line will save us. The future of black freedom won't be built on broken spirits. I assure you about that. It will be built by those with clear eyes, strong minds, and a faith that says, I believe in God, but I will never bow to an empire again. Let's move.